In recent days, the war has not been going well. Bold action is required to gain a foothold in a new region, to gather resources needed to keep fighting and bring those Shintaro core bastards to their knees. Strategic command require us to enter this new otherworld and set up this foothold. I know what you're all thinking. This otherworld contains infinite horror, but to that, I laugh. After all, are we not Trederran? Don't do this for command. Do this for the glory of your nation, for your brothers and sisters who have fallen in war, for Trederra itself, because if those Shintaro core make any more progress, there will be no Trederra to come back to.
So, we are trying to find Darkstone in here, the Derelict Ship. I mean, we've had 2 run-ins on the Derelict Ship so far. And yeah, as soon as we have the second clue in this, we can claim victory, or we can just carry on and try and get more. And so I think we'll see how we're doing in this. Now, I've got 4 Trederrans in this one, and they're from 4 different factions, which basically means we've got a -2 to the maximum strike, which is fine for most people, but for Morgan, our sergeant at the back there, it's pretty crap because it means her max strike is now 1. It would have been 4, but because we chose the Carcarus Confederacy, she has a -1 to her max strike, so it's 3. -2 is 1. Yeah, so that kind of sucks, but hey, we are where we are. And before we begin this, it's worth noting that Finn had a hunting knife, which gives a +1 combat. He has given that over to his sergeant because she's better with melee combat. So hopefully that means we're going to have, yeah, it's going to be a bit better for her to fight people. Lucas, our Union Legionnaire, is beginning with 2 shatter grenades. I didn't use them last time, but shatter grenades, you can basically chuck them and you can reduce the, well, they do D3 wounds, and then you could also give people stunned tokens, and stunned tokens are fantastic because it reduces enemy defense, and there's a lot of enemy defense to get through. Finn is carrying the field lamp, our light source, so let's see if we can hold back the darkness. 7. Great start there, Adam. Just totally ruined the core space doors. So we like passing on the old depth track because it means everyone gains a strike. At the start of every turn, I must remember that using the commander's gas mask, Morgan can give a strike to another member. So she's going to give that to Finn. Well, actually, Lucas. She trusts Lucas more because she's actually dealt with Lucas in the past. She doesn't really know the other 2. She's not been in the field with them. So we're going to start with Finn. Roll to move. Got a 6. And we're looking through the door. We come across the security control. And before we do that, we're going to roll a dice. 5 or more, we draw a loot card. No loot card, but 5 experience points. We'll put that one there. Why not? Okay, so next is Morgan. Oh, and do you know what? I've forgotten from the offset to give everyone team abilities. So let's just quickly do that. So starting with Finn. 1, 2, or 3, we get generic team ability. 4, 5, 6, it'll be a Tarkon, Republica Tarkon ability, so it's a generic one. So we've got Trederran Special Forces. Every Trederran hero gains D3 strike. Morgan's next. She gets one of her own particular ones. And we have play when a hold back the darkness roll would be failed, add +X to the result where X is the number of heroes in the hero party. Next we have Lucas. He gets one of his as well. And we've got War Effort, play at start turn. Every hero immediately gains 1 starting side bag token of their choice, or 2 side bag tokens if the hero party is in the center stage or lower of the depth track. And finally, last but not least, Grimlock. Just a generic one for Grimlock. We've got take cover for Grimlock, which didn't quite work for him last time, so maybe he's a bit more sensitive to this kind of thing. So that prevents D6 wounds that a hero is about to take, or allow all heroes to reroll any cover saves they have until the end of their turn. Right, so, sorry about that, guys. We're going to Morgan's roll to move. Oh, a grit. And she's going to use her strike to add a +2 to her movement. And then we're going to scavenge. And yeah, we got a scavenge. Nothing here but 10 XP. Okay, so we're moving on to our next character, which is Lucas. Roll to move. 4. He's going to kind of suck for Grimlock because Grimlock's going to be stuck there. You can't move past. And we have an additional scavenge. I've been playing scavenge wrong because basically if you only have 1 to 2 characters, you can only scavenge a tile once. But when you've got this amount of characters, you can scavenge it twice. And Grimlock also finds nothing here. So yeah, he double checked. There definitely isn't anything in this place. Sorry, that wasn't Grimlock. That was Lucas. So I'm going to roll for Grimlock's roll to move. 3. 1, 2, 3. And he's just moving up at the back there. Let's see what we found on that exploration token. An encounter and 1 exit. So we get the intruder alert one. We've had this before. As you step through the door, a green laser beam scans around the room, stopping when it reaches you. Instantly, lights begin to flash and alarm sounds. You seem to have triggered some sort of security system. You have to hurry and find a way to shut it down before it attracts attention. So we've got a cunning 6 for this. And we choose 1 hero. Who's got the best cunning? We're going to get Finn, our engineer, to do this. So they're going to be rolling 4 dice, 6 or more. We did it. 25 experience points and the alarm is cut. Kind of a shame. I would have liked to come across some mortar turrets. Right, hold back the darkness, Finn. We do not. Okay, so with voices in the dark, they're all equidistant, which means they are all furthest away from the hero with the light source. So we're going to just play that all 3 of them, Morgan, Lucas, and Grimlock, take horror damage. 6.
Trederran will fall.
Okay, so starting with Morgan. Her willpower is 4. So we're going to spend 1 of her grit to re-roll all the ones that missed, which is a lot. So she's going to take 2 sanity damage.
What was that?
Okay, so next we have Lucas. He's going to spend 1 of his strike. So he's going to be taking 3 sanity damage. So we're going to get him to take 3 sanity, but he's going to spend his 2 strikes to reduce that to just 1 sanity damage coming through.
I'm hearing things.
And then Grimlock from the Royal Foundry, our specialist. He had issues last time with sanity. So he's going to use all 3 of his strike to ignore the 3 damage coming through.
Calm down, it's nothing.
So the only one who actually got spooked out really was Morgan. Lucas a little bit. And we failed a darkness. And now we're going to roll to move. So starting with Finn. Finn gets a grit. Well done. And we also can apply a strike to one person because of the commander's gas mask. We're going to give that to Morgan herself. Okay, so Finn is going to just move forward one space. He was on that space there, I believe. Or maybe he couldn't have looked through the door. Maybe I played it wrong from the very offset. He's going to then scavenge. Nothing for him. Next is Morgan. Next is Lucas. He's just going to move to one side because otherwise Grimlock wouldn't get through. Let's hold back the dark. We do. Everyone gets a strike. And our commander gives Grimlock a strike. Okay, so Finn rolling to move. So he's gonna, that grit that would come through, he's gonna use to add a d6 to his movement. Wow. But he is able to scavenge. Nothing here. Morgan is next. She's going to scavenge. Lucas. There we go. Some bit of speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to check over by the security console. He doesn't find anything there. Grimlock. Trundling along at the back, but he got a grit, so who's the real winner? And he's going to try and search from behind. Nothing. Okay, let's hold back the darkness. Before we do that, start of the turn, so we give a strike to one person. We're going to give that to Lucas. Oh, shit. Well, we all know what that means, guys. That is an ambush. There are fiendish creatures and demons in the dark places of the world. Ambush attack. Draw a threat to a melee ambush. The heroes. So our otherworldly threat that we're coming across is auto turrets. So we have 2 auto turrets come out of the ground. This is the last derelict ship enemy that comes with the box. There are some others you can get, but these guys are the last ones. So let's take a look at them. And it's an ambush attack, so they should be going adjacent to people. So we're going to put one kind of comes out the floor there, and then one comes out the floor here. Their initiative is 5. It's actually 7 because we're in an ambush attack. Auto turrets cannot be moved in any way. They have a range of 12 shots. 3 does 2 damage, and to hit rolls of 6 do d6 hits each. When destroyed, every adjacent model takes d3 wounds, ignoring defense. 3 defense, health to 12. That was our hold back the darkness. So yeah, they activate. So let's decide who they are going to target. And you know what? Because they're just next to it, I'm just going to roll dice for this. So odds, evens. Odds, evens. Already facing the right way. 4 or more to hit. Oi, oi, oi. That is deadly. So we've got 1 hit there. This does d6 hits. So that is essentially 5 coming through. It's going to be 10 damage unless Lucas can avoid this. Okay, so his defense is 4. I think all the defenses are 4, apart from Grimlock. So he's going to spend a. You can have 8 damage coming through. He's going to spend a grit to reroll these. So he's got 4 damage coming through. He's going to use 2 of his strike to reduce those to just the 2 damage coming through to him.
It's just a flesh wound. Okay,
and then the next auto turret is attacking Finn. Oh, that is not good. 9 attacks coming through. However, it isn't against him because he has a stealth hood, which means enemies prioritize you last when selecting a target, which means it would have gone for Grimlock. Ooh. This is what happens when you have so many rules to be keeping track of. So Grimlock has got 9 damage coming through to him. Move out a little bit so we can see where this rolls. Okay, and he just needs 3 or more to save these. So only 2 that actually are going to come through. It's 4 damage. And he's going to use 2 of his grit to block on that. So he only takes 2 damage as well.
That tickled.
Okay, so we're starting with Finn, our engineer, and we're going to roll to move. And we are going to try to move slightly away from them because they do explode and we don't want to be taken out in the explosion. So I'm going to try to escape, and the escape is 1 plus. So I'm going to move over here. And then he's going to use his new breaching gun, the artifact that he got from here. So it's 2 shots. So let's see if we can do this. We're using D8s for this. So we got 6 and a 1. We're going to use the grit to reroll that 1. And we got a 1 there. Now, we're going to use 2 of our strike that he's got to reroll that to hit dice. That's more like it. Okay, so we're going to assign both of these to this one here. 1 damage and 5. So these go straight through because they were critical hits. Each of these has an additional damage on them because Finn is a shock trooper. He has a +1 to his damage. So we're looking at 6 and 2. So there's 8 damage coming through to this. He's also stunned, which I don't think, I mean, stun shouldn't really affect a machine, but I guess it's just kind of like sparking or something. So a ton of damage on that and a lot of experience points. So we're now going to go over to Morgan. Roll to move. She got a 1, so that's a grit for our fearless leader. And she's going to try to attack this thing where she is. No, we should definitely try to move away. Move away. She does not get to move, so we're going to attack with our hunting knife. Well, that'll do it, guys. 6, a 6, and a 5. So let's see what the 5 does. Okay, so that's going to do 2 damage with that. 1 and a 3. And with our Sergeant Sabre, we can add a +1 damage to one of these. So in total, we've done 10 damage to it. That isn't bad. Okay, next is Lucas. And our roll to move was a 1, so we get a grit for Lucas. That's great. Normally, getting 1s are normally not a good thing, but in this case it is. We're going to try and move away from it. So yeah. So he backs away to the security console. And he's going to use his carbine. He just gets 1 shot for this. He's going to use a grit to reroll that. So yeah, that will do it. D8 for damage. There's nothing we do about that. So he shoots and it goes wide. And finally, last but not least, is Grimlock. So his roll to move is a 4. He's going to try to back away from this thing. He does not. So then he's going to attack it with his chain blade. So 3 dice. And he needs a 4 or more to hit. We're going to use one of his grit to re-roll that. And he misses on all accounts. So now we have to bounce. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we don't want to get 7s. So the first one is a 2. Next one is a 7. So it bounces back and attacks him. So we'll do that in a minute. And then the last one is a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes there. Ooh. So damage coming through is 7 damage. So we're going to try to block that. So we're only going to be taking 2 damage coming through. Yeah, we'll take that 2 damage.
Whoops.
So it kind of bounces off the wall. Right, on to the next round. So everyone gets, we're going to give a strike token to Lucas. We're going to use Finn to hold back the darkness, which we get double 5s. That's not good. Echoes of Death. Each hero takes d6 horror hits.
You will die.
And if the total sanity damage taken is equal to or greater than the number of heroes in the posse, also add a growing dread card to the stack. So it'll be 4 each. So starting with Finn. And he needs 4 or more, so we're going to use his grit to reroll that. So he takes 3 sanity damage. We don't have any grit, so we don't have any strikes to reduce stat by any amount, so he just takes 3 sanity.
This isn't happening, man.
Okay, so next is Morgan. She needs a 4 or more. We're going to use a grit to reroll 2 of those. Yep, so she survives, no problem. Then Lucas, he's fine.
Keep it together, man.
And then Grimlock, who feel like he's the one who always has issues. He's going to use his grit to reroll that one, because if we take 1 more damage, sanity damage, and we are going to have to add a growing dread card. Growing dread it is.
You're in my head.
Okay, so it is turret time, and he's got to actually target the person next to him this time. So this guy's attacking Morgan. And it makes sense because Morgan did a ton of damage. Ay, 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 12 damage coming through to her. Sorry, 12 hits. Okay, so to defend, we need a 4 or more. So we defended 7 of those. This means we're going to be taking 10 damage coming through. We'll use her grit to reroll 5 of these. So we're going to be taking 6 damage. We'll use her strike ability to reduce that by 1, so she takes 5 damage. Okay, and then our next guy is attacking Grimlock. For 6 hits coming through. And he defends all of those bar 1. So he's going to take 2 damage. Okay, so Finn, let's roll to move Finn. Okay, Finn is going to shoot. This is really tricky because if he destroys this one over here, it'll do D3 wounds, ignoring defense to Grimlock, which could knock him out. We don't have any revive tokens, so he would be coming back with some form of injury from this. So he's going to target this one instead. He's going to use his breaching gun, critical hit, and a regular hit. Regular hit does 4 damage. The critical hit does 5 damage. So it's actually 6 damage and 5 damage. So 11 damage this thing in total. So yeah, this thing blows up, and then we'll do a D3 wounds against Morgan, which is 3 wounds going through as this thing explodes. There's nothing we do about that. Morgan's go now. Do you know what? We're just going to quickly chuck in this team ability, War Effort. So everyone gets a starting bag side token of their choice. So we're going to get bandages for Morgan. She's going to roll to move 4, and then she's going to use her bandages. So she heals 2 damage off of herself. And we're going to move her towards the door, and that's going to be the end of her go. Then we've got Lucas. Gets a good man. So he's going to move 1 space that away, and he's going to try and shoot that turret. Gets a critical hit. So yeah, he blows that thing up. Which means he's actually just gone over the threshold to level up as well. However, we've got D3 damage coming through to Grimlock. 1 damage. And the turrets are no more. So Grimlock is going to hold his breath. Nice. Gonna get rid of 6 of his wounds. Okay, so then we'll go to Finn holding his breath. Gets rid of 2 things. He gets rid of 2 sanity damage he had. Morgan gets rid of 1 of her wounds. And Lucas gets rid of 1 wound and 1 sanity damage. And let's see what we discovered on their corpses. The wreckage of the auto turrets. Right, so Finn has found an artifact. Sedative injection, discard a fully heal a hero sanity or remove madness. But the hero is -1 initiative until the start of the next adventure. I am terrible at shuffling. How have I done that? 20 experience points for Morgan. She is also now at the point of being able to level up next round. She has found a void grenade. Discard throw as a ranged attack. Throw and bounce like a dynamite. Does no damage but creates a void vortex centered in the space it lands in. That sounds a bit worrying. Oh, come on. So 20 XP for Lucas as well? So, seriously, guys, I'm not trying to do this. The fact we're just burning through all this stuff is a bit worrying. So we find a vac suit, +2 sanity endurance 4. You do not take more than 4 wounds from any single hit, and you're immune to space effects. So I'm going to see whether he can actually equip that or not, because his Trederran long coat is clothing and a coat. But this doesn't actually... Okay, we're going to hold on to that. We're not going to use it right now, but we have got that for future turns. Right, in Grimlock. Honestly, I'm not trying... Is there more than 1 in here? I'm not sure. Oh, there are 2. So there are 2 in here. So we get another world artifact again. This time is an energy blaster. Range 8 shots, asterisk, when fired, choose setting. Shots 3 with 0 damage, shots 2 with 1 damage, or shots 1 with +3 damage. I feel like we are really getting to the bottom of the deck of this, the artifacts we currently have. We only have 4 artifacts left in this. However, one of our very nice followers sent us the artifacts, the Derelict Ship artifact kind of deck. Which we will be doing an unboxing for, so you can see what's in there, and we'll be adding those to the pile of artifacts that we can find in this. Okay, so Grimlock hadn't activated yet, so we're going to roll to move. 2, and he's going to scavenge. He does not find anything. Okay, so at the start of the new round, we're going to stop there, and we're going to level up our characters. So starting with Morgan, we'll go in initiative order. So we're going to go for Pride. When you add a team ability to the pool, you may always choose for it to be common or from your faction. Whenever a team ability is played and discarded, gain 1 strike or 2 if it matches your faction. And then our 2d6 roll to see what she gets. 11. +1 initiative. Nice. That is really handy. So she is leveled up. She's got full health and sanity back, and she's got a grit as well. Okay, so our next happy camper is Lucas the Legionnaire. For Lucas, we're going to go down the Black Ops route. So once per fight, use 3 strike to add +1 shot to a gun. When triggered, all other heroes with fire team may gain 1 strike. His max strike has gone +1. And we're going to roll the dice for Lucas to see what he gets on the upgrade. 7. A peril dice of health or sanity, any mix. So 4. And he's got 19 health at the moment, but 9 sanity. So I think we're going to add 4 onto sanity, because he's seen some things at this point. And he gets a grit as well. So we're going to hold back the darkness. Or not. So it fails, moves up here. We draw a darkness card. But we're going to do this instead. We're going to use this card, add +X to the result, where X is the number of heroes in the hero party. There are 4 heroes in the hero party. That makes it a 7. So we're going back. Thanks to strength in numbers. We're going to give a strike token to Finn at this point. I feel technically we did pass the Hold Back the Darkness, so I think everyone gets a strike token. Right, so roll to move for Finn. 5. It's going to get us opening a new door. And he's looking through there. 5 experience points. And let's see if he finds a loot card. He does. Will it be an artifact card, guys? He found Darkstone Rock, 20 experience points, and D3 Darkstone. 3 Darkstone. And we found a short passage. Okay, so it's Morgan next. Roll to move. 1, 2, 3. She can't quite look through there at the moment. Lucas gets a 5. He's going to be looking through. Looking through the door. Does he find any loot? He does not, but he does get 5 experience points. As he discovers the Exosuit Bay. Grimlock got a 4. Let's see what we found. Our first clue. And in an encounter. We find a blinking console. This room appears to be a command station for the ship. There are several control panels and monitors lining the walls, as well as empty chairs and freestanding consoles across the room. Across the room, you see a blinking red next to a large button. Roll a d6.
Security seal released.
The next clue found on the Derelict Ship. This adventure also gives each hero 2 loot cards. Nice. Ignore it and move on. I could have ignored it and moved on, but I wanted to press the buttons. So, yeah, it's pretty good. And we get 1 Darkstone each. So after kind of pressing the console, a little drawer opens up and we have 4 Darkstone in there. 1 Darkstone each.
Darkstone acquired.
There must be more of this up ahead.
Okay, so start with a new round. We're going to add a strike to 1 person. We're going to give that to Grimlock. Hold him out the darkness now. Which we fail. So the hero who's furthest away from Finn is going to be Lucas. D6 horror hits. 4. And he's going to take 2 sanity damage.
It knows I'm here.
That's fine. He just improved his sanity, so that works out fine. Finn is rolling to move. He gets a 6. Zooming along. And he's going to try and scavenge there because why wouldn't you? And he does find something. But is it going to be a good thing or a bad thing? So far, we've just been drawing nothing here's. My shuffling is terrible today. 10 XP for another nothing here for Finn. Morgan gets a 5 for her roll to move. And the doorway out of here, we're going to say is up there. Okay, Lucas next. 6 on his roll to move. And he can look through this door. He finds a cross passage. Now we do see if he actually found something in here though, because he gets to no loot for him. Looking through the door. Right, Grimlock, roll to move. 6, that's more like it. And he's going to try and scavenge in here. which he fails. And we have 3 exits in this cross passage to choose from. Start of a new round, we're going to give a strike to Finn. Oh, and I failed a to hold back the darkness, so I should have rolled a... I should have drawn a darkness card. Sorry guys, so we got Cold Death. For each wound a hero currently has on him, and he immediately takes another wound, ignoring defense. And the same for sanity, damage, ignoring willpower. Okay, so Finn has got 1 sanity on him, so he takes an additional sanity damage. Morgan is clean. 2 sanity damage coming through for Lucas. And a wound and a sanity coming through to Grimlock. Right, hold back the darkness. Fail again. So let's see who's furthest away. It's Lucas again. So how much sanity damage does he take? Just the 1?
Lucas.
Yeah, we can take that. You know what? He's going to use a strike to ignore that. Okay, Finn gets a 5 for his movement. Morgan, just the 3. Lucas, 5. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's looking through this door. Another 5 for him. Do we find a loot? We do not. We do find the loading dock. So we're going to get Grimlock to roll. Got a 6. Nice. Okay, we're going to attack, and 2 doors out of here. We're also going to have a chest in here full of Darkstone. So it's D3 Darkstone. So it's just another 1 Darkstone each, I'm afraid. And who do we find? We've come across some harvesters. Traveling from world to world, these alien collectors from another dimension wear massive suits for protection against all manner of hostile environments. So last time we encountered these, they'd taken a Trederran spy. Clearly, we're not the only people who have designs on this other world. So these guys are immune to critical hits. They have initiative of 4. Immune to damage from explosives and environment or weather sources. And they grapple you when they're getting close. Now, what's important to know at this point, we have leveled up, which means Finn now technically counts as a level 3 hero, which means we are going to be getting an elite ability on this harvester group. So 2 is Dimension Recall. 1 kill, the portal opens and pulls the harvester back through, spinning void energy out. Every hero on the map tile takes D3 corruption hits. So I'm going to place a little corruption thing on these guys so that I remember. We'll use one of the guys I actually painted their bases for, Adam. Oh, come on, guy. As if I didn't do that. Okay, let's hold back the darkness. Finn had 1 job. 1 job. All undead enemies now do +1 sanity damage on any horror hits caused by their fear, terror, or unspeakable terror due to the decay of time. And everyone is equidistant to Finn, so everyone is taking 3 sanity damage, starting with Morgan. 1 sanity damage for her.
You will die.
Shh. Was that one of you? Shh.
Then it is Lucas.
I'm hearing things.
He's going to use his strike to reduce that by 1, so he takes 2 sanity damage. And then Grimlock is going to use his 2 strike to ignore all of that, as he's keeping it together.
Calm down, it's nothing.
So we're going to start with Finn. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to use a strike to move him a further 2 spaces he's actually adjacent to this harvester. And he's going to use his father's combat knife for a free attack. Does D6 wounds to an adjacent model, ignoring armor, defense and armor. So he stabs it and it chinks off the armor there, really. He does get, he does hit it, so that's good. It's done 1 damage to him. He gets 30 experience points for just doing that. And he should have been gaining D3 strike every time we discover a clue because of his genius ability. So we're going to just roll that. So he gets 1 extra strike there. Okay, so now we're going to try and shoot this guy with a breaching gun. 2 shots. D8s. 4 and a 5. So yeah, that both are hits. Plus 1 damage to both of these. Oh, he did 2 damage to that creature because he's got a plus 1 damage because he is a shock trooper. So we only need to do 2 damage to this guy, really, to kill him. And that'll be it. So 3 damage there. His defense is currently 5, so they're blocked. We take off 5 from that, so it's 3 damage coming through. So Finn just runs in there and absolutely demolishes this guy. However, D3 corruption hits. 3 corruption hits coming through. Can Finn avoid these? He's the only one actually on the map tile, I believe. Oh no, he's on the map tile because he looked through the door. So 4, a 3, and a 1. So he's going to take 2 corruption points. Yes, nothing I can do about that. So 2 corruption onto our man Finn. And then for Lucas, 1 corruption. He's got higher ideal, so if he rolls a dice and gets a 5 or more, he actually avoids it. No, 1 corruption through. His higher ideals do not help him this time around. Okay, so then it's Morgan's turn. She's going to spend her 1 strike on tagging this enemy here. So everyone has a plus 1, to kind of hitting that guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's running up there, and then she's going to shoot at that guy with a Mark III trench pistol. It's 2 shots. Critical hits do not count for this. So she hits him once. 6 damage, so it's going to do 1 damage on there, but the Sergeant's Saber means we can add an additional damage to this. So it's 2 damage going through. 35 experience points. But wait! Each shot counts as 2 hits. And I got a 6 to hit, I believe. I can't remember if I did, but I think I got a 6, so I should have actually had an additional 2 hits going through. So, yeah, they would have been soaked up by the armor anyway. Okay. So it's our Harvester's turn. Finn is going to be the last person it targets. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Odds here, evens there. Okay, so misses 1, it gets a 6 with the other. So it's going to be 4 damage. Why am I rolling white dice? We managed to defend that hit. Okay, Lucas is next. Roll to move. 2. He's going to move back 1, and then he's going to try and shoot it from there. 5, that's a hit. So D8 for damage. You just need to get 2. 7 or more will kill it. 6. Use a grit to re-roll that. It's a worse roll. So, pew! Right, last but not least is Grimlock. So he's going to move 1, 2, 3. So he can see the thing, and he's going to try and shoot this with his new energy blast. So energy blaster, we're going to do 2 shots with +1 damage each. It's got no grit or anything to re-roll this. So yeah, he hit it. He's got a +1 damage to this, so we need a 5 or a 6. We need 6 really. 1. We can't re-roll it. So, new round. What about the darkness? Oh no, echoes. So everyone's taking some sanity damage. 6 sanity damage each. Starting with our man.
Join us.
We would have been able to add a strike to someone, so Morgan's going to take a strike for herself. So this is for Finn. 3 sanity damage coming through. He's going to use his 3 strike to ignore that. Morgan. She needs 4 or more. So she can be taking 2 sanity damage. That's fine. She'll take 2 sanity.
Shh. Stay off the comms. Shh.
Lucas. So he's going to use his grit to reroll 4 of those. So he's taking 2 sanity damage.
What was that?
And then Grimlock. He is taking 2 sanity damage.
I'm getting tired of this.
Right, roll to move for Finn. A grit for Finn, that's nice. Some might say it's grit. That's grit. Okay, he's going to move right next to this thing and try and blast it in the face with his breaching gun, which is a fantastic weapon. 3 and a 7. So he needs a 4 or more, so we'll just take that 7, yeah? Critical hits don't count. So that's actually a 6 because he gets a +1 to his defense. So yeah, we'll take that. So that's 1 damage on him. He's currently stunned. Oh, it's 2 damage because we've marked it. So that's enough to kill the thing. I just realized Finn would have been able to level up sooner. We blow this guy up, but void energy and all that stuff. D3 corruption hits, 1 corruption hit each. So Finn, gonna use grit to re-roll that. Yep, he doesn't have to worry about that. Morgan, use a grit to re-roll. She takes a corruption. Lucas is off there, so just Grimlock. He takes 1. So yeah, he's going to take a corruption as well. Okay, so we're going to share out the Darkstone. Because of the blinking consoles, we get an additional 2 loot cards per hero. I'm worried that I'm going to be drawing stuff that we don't have now. So everyone also gets to catch their breath, so we'll do that first. So Morgan. Get rid of 3 sanity damage she's got on her. Lucas, get rid of 1 of the sanity damage. Oh, he unactivated, so he actually takes 2 sanity damage away. Sorry. Grimlock gets rid of all the sanity on him and both the wounds. Right, let's go for loot. So for Finn, he gets this. This could come in handy. This and that. And he also has an energy blaster now. So this is for Morgan. She finds gold bars, a gear card, and 100 gold. So 350 gold. And journal pages, which she's going to do straight away to recover a grit and get 50 XP. Next, for Lucas. Darkstone Shard, some cash, and an artifact. Thermal gloves plus 2 sanity. And then finally, last but not least, Grimlock. So 125, 60 experience points, and 1 Darkstone Shard. Whew. So at this point we can claim victory or we can press on.
We're pressing on.